So as you're working through the financial portion of this course in this module, remember that you do have a resource sheet available to you with all the formulas that we've been dealing with. So it's broken down into simple interest. We have two formulas for compound interest for future value and present value. We talked about the formula for effective rate of interest, and then we started looking at annuities. So we have equal deposits for future value. We have equal payments or withdrawals for loans or present value of an ordinary annuity. And remember that you do have the formulas for I and for M, which frequently happen in terms of compound interest, as well as a legend on the bottom. So you will have this available to you in any assessment that you write for this part of the course. But there is also available to you a financial flow chart for these types of questions. So it might be helpful because of all the different types that you see to sort of think about a flow chart. So if you're given a financial question, your first question should ask yourself, are you looking at compound interest or are you looking at simple interest? So if it's not compounded, we're dealing with simple interest. So we're beyond this side and we look at our original simple interest formula, which just was I, and then looking at future value, or what we called maturity value, or principal, so the altered version of that formula, in finding our original principal or original amount that we put into that loan or whatever we were dealing with. If it is compounded, which more likely than not that it is, then you have to sort of think about, is it the situation where we looked at compound interest in terms of just one principal, or is it in terms of more than one payment or more than one deposit? So if it's only once, then we use the future value formula with just compound interest, and we did talk about adjusting this one as well. If it's more than once, then really we are looking at annuities. So that's the annuity side of it, a little bit different in terms of the formula that we choose. So if you look at deposits, you look at your future value formula. If you look at payments, you're looking at your present value formula. So it kind of breaks it down a little bit. Obviously, you definitely want to be practicing these types of things, but it might be helpful to also have the flow chart out in front of you and ask these questions as you sort of move forward in trying these types of problems.